Hey, this is Will from Too Much Gaming here at ESGS 2016, and I'm here with Geoff, the creative director of Zeenoh Games. How are you, man?
I'm fine. It's kind of tiring, but it's fun.
Fantastic. Well, this has been a huge year for Zeenoh Games. You released your first game, Nightfall, a few months ago. How has the reception been so far for that game?
Well, the game is surprisingly it's been received well internationally. We saw a lot of YouTube videos. Gamers from around the world, they've been trying our game, and so far they like it.
That's great because for us it's also great for us to see because we've seen this game last year when it was still in alpha and even the year before when it was literally like just random assets, and now to see it come together as a full game, seeing that come from the Philippines is really great for us as well. So like you guys have been getting a lot of recognition for this. Has that inspired you guys as like a local Filipino community for anything like that?
Yeah, it's really a good thing for us. It inspires us. At the same time, it's also like a responsibility for us to pull something that's something that we can be proud of, and it's overwhelming also the support that the Filipino gaming community is giving us, the local blogs, local YouTubers. They are obviously interested in our game, and they are very open to criticism, and we take that as a advantage so that we can know more about the international level of games today.
No, that's great. And as you said, you guys are like a pioneer here. So now you're pushing forward even further and becoming another pioneer with Nightfall Eclipse, which is a VR game. So how did this come about? Like, it took us by surprise because it seemed so soon, right after Nightfall was been out for just a few months, and suddenly you had a sequel in the works. How's that?
We had in the middle of the development of the first game, Nightfall Escape. We had the device called Oculus. We had it in the studio. So what we did is we tried the device, a little bit of research and development. What can we do with this device with what we have? And then it just started out as a demo that we showcased last year. But it's also basically Nightfall Escape, just in VR. So earlier this year, we decided why not make this something that will extend the life of the franchise. And at the same time, the story of Nightfall Escape, it also has some mysteries that is unexplained in the game.
Right.
So there's that window that we can inject some more of the lore and hopefully answer the questions that some of the gamers didn't get in the Escape. That they can only get by playing the VR, which is Eclipse.
Yeah, so like we noticed that you're using some new creatures from Filipino folklore, and this is actually not a sequel; it's a prequel to Nightfall Escape. So, what made you decide to do a prequel, like it's rather than as a sequel to answer these questions? Like, what was the decision there, you think?
With a studio like ours, we always wanted to try things first and take baby steps, so that we can gauge what kind of market or profit or whatever audience we're targeting. So at first, it didn't really ultimately began as a prequel idea. It just so happened that in Nightfall Escape, obviously the main features are the creatures of Philippine folklore. So what we did is we made a poll before very early in development. The poll is about which creature would the public or the audience would like to see in Nightfall Escape, because the Philippine folklore is very rich. We couldn't put everything in one game, so we need to filter the monsters. And then it just so happened that the Tiyanak, the demon baby, it kind of dominated the poll. And originally it was planned to just be an extension or like
expansion,
an additional quest to the original game, Nightfall Escape. But then since we decided that I think it would look better if the player would experience it firsthand, like face to face, and then we have the device, the Oculus. So why not put that the winner of that poll? Why not make it the main feature of the VR?
The main villain.
Yeah.
And actually, the Tiyanak was sort of hinted at in the first game by Jolo in the taxi at the very start, and we never saw that. So right now, Nightfall Escape is out. Is a full release already out. What is the status currently of Nightfall Eclipse?
Nightfall Eclipse is it's also finished.
It's finished already.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the approval of the because we're planning to release it on several VR platforms like Oculus, obviously, and then we're looking at HTC Vive, PSVR, especially PSVR. That's the one that we're really targeting because that's like the mainstream of VR today. And this past month was really basically all about VR because of the announcement and the release of that certain gadget. So it's done. We're just waiting for the approval, and then anytime, like it could be out tomorrow. I don't know. Early November, maybe.
Well, hopefully before the end of the year. I'm looking forward to playing that. So just let our audience know real quick, where can they find out more about Zeenoh Games and the Nightfall series? Where can they buy it as well?
Okay, for more information about our game, especially the lore, the story, they can visit nightfallhorror.com. And then they can also follow our Facebook page at Nightfall Horror to more about the VR version, and Nightfall Escape is both featured in their Facebook page, so it's on just one account.
Fantastic, Geoff. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck with with Zeenoh and future games.
Thanks.
All right.